Part 2 with Tony Malcombe.
So you say things into existence. When's the last time did you say something into existence, Tony?
Cannot recall.
I've seen Total Recall before, and the recall on what was it recently? They recalled baptisms.
They recalled Hot Pockets because they had glass and pieces of plastic in them. 40,000 Hot Pockets. I probably ate one of them fuckers. I wouldn't have known. I would have never known the difference.
That wasn't the flavor?
No, I was like, ooh, pepperoni crunch. I like this.
Glass shards.
Why is it red inside of that Alfredo one? I don't know, but it's great.
It tastes like blood. It tastes like
But
copper.
Tony, do you believe in all this shit, the aliens?
Dude, I love aliens.
You know, he's terrified of them. I love them. I'm ready for them.
Dude,
It's because I believe. I'm so scared.
I believe too, but I'm just welcoming it.
if you go look on my YouTube account, suggested videos, it's all alien stuff. Like, no doubt.
Did you see the observatory turd out there in space?
No, I haven't.
It's weird because it looks like a rock because it's kind of jagged. And I'm thinking to myself, man, an alien race made something like...
So they're saying it's an alien turd?
They're saying they don't know what it is. They're thinking it's a fucking spaceship. But it's an ugly-ass spaceship. I'm just saying, why would you make such an ugly-ass spaceship?
Maybe they're not thinking like in terms of human visuals, and they're thinking in their terms, and maybe that's a really efficient, form of travel.
I don't know, man. I'm more fascinated with the thought that alien life exists. Not so much that they have visited us, like all the UFO sightings, abduction stuff. I can't really get with that, but like, there's got to be life out there, man. There's got to be.
You know what bothers me about it, though, is if all of these alien races out there are traveling around the galaxy, they're going somewhere, right? UFOs are going somewhere. They're not just, hey, let's go joyride around Uranus for a couple hours and then go home. That's not happening. They're doing something, but they will not do it with us. So what is it about not just Americans? All right.
We don't fuck with Americans, no.
Because we're stupid, man. Like,
what is it about humans that they're just like, you know what?
Our prime,
Fuck these motherfuckers.
No, think about it this way. Like, okay, we're still shooting rockets into space, right? Now, these UFOs are using, like, gravity, whatever, bending gravity, doing whatever to move, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're way more advanced than us. They're like, why stop here? These guys are idiots.
And
man.
you think that's because we're just a younger civilization and we just haven't gotten to that point yet?
Exactly.
And they're trying to help us get there. See, if I was an alien race and I had that going on and I had a planet like this that had a bunch of resources, this is a shout out to you aliens. Hear me out. I would just come and take it and nuke us all. I would wipe out mankind, just take what you need. Why are you giving us this chance to go through millions of years of evolution in order to see what's going to happen? Is it worth it?
It's exactly like when you find an ant pile and you avoid it because ants, right?
Yeah.
They could hurt me.
They could,
but could we?
They could bite me, and it's.
I don't know. They don't
I would
know.
think if they bend in fucking gravity, dude, they can hurt us.
Well, they don't know that.
And same thing for like Earth resources may not be worth a shit to them. If they bend in gravity and shit, gravity might not even be a thing for them.
Yeah. It may not.
I don't even know if bending gravity was the right term.
I mean, it sounded right.
Right. Sounded like I knew what I was talking about.
They abide by a different set of universal truths and laws, I would assume. So, that or they were able to manipulate it to what they need it to be.
It's like, look, if you could get to another planet and go check it out and scope it out, and you see it was full of life, would you want to land there?
No,
because they might kill you.
Fuck that.
But we've been sending out messages into space for years and years and years, as long as we have communication.
In English, though, like.
Yeah, but I mean, what about the guy that sent out all the music into space? I mean, they heard everything from Beethoven to fucking Black Sabbath.
Maybe music to aliens is literally like shards of glass in their ears.
Well, recently they actually feel like they've communicated a tone out in space, some kind of message. And I was, of course, I was high like I always am. And I was sitting there thinking, it'd be so funny if they have like this little alien kid in a comm room, like it's Bring Your Kid to Work Day, and it's just like, ah! into the fucking mic. That's all it is.
And he's the next Robert Plant in their world.
He's actually their.
He's a prodigy.
He's their Stephen Hawking.
Full circle. Isn't that nice?
That's a shout out to season 1.
Well, look, man, like aliens, the reason why they freak me out so much is because I don't know. And I understand that y'all are into it because y'all don't know. It's the same reason.
No, we do know.
It's the exact same reason.
I don't know. What do you know that I don't know?
I just know what I know. I know what I've seen. I've seen that shark fin thing in space. I've seen that big old birth control pill off the coast of California.
The space poos.
Space poos.
You ever seen anything crazy on the water?
Oh, absolutely. Whoa, don't get me started on the water now.
Dude.
I was fishing with Billy Ellenwood. We push poling. Very low wind. Very low wind, dude. There's a little trenasse that's cut into this little marsh bed. And all of a sudden, from nowhere, across the bow of the boat, a fantail of water about an inch wide shot 8 feet in the air across this trenasse. And we were looking to see if maybe it was an otter that, you know, because otters are fast. When you see them out there, they'll haul ass through the water. Could not explain it. Could not. And he even told me, because Billy, he's an old fucking guy. He said, of all the years on the water, I can't explain what I just saw.
Dude, I was, me and Ross Guidry were between Costet and Calumet Island. I think we were on the Calumet side fishing a little cut. And I swear it was a miniature Loch Ness. Like, I swear, it was like a Loch Ness, but it was only about 3 feet long.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I'm like, dude. And he's like, man, whatever, bro. He didn't believe me. And I've seen it like 3 or 4 times. It would pop up. I'm like, maybe it's a snake. But there's no snakes over here. It can't be an otter because it's way too long. Like, unless it's a very long-necked otter. And Ross didn't believe me. Dude, and I kept like catching little glimpses of it. And finally Ross saw it. And I'm like, dude, I told you.
Could not figure out what the hell it was.
No clue, bro. But
A mini Nessie in the swamp.
that's what it was. That's the only way I can explain it, dude. Either that or a 3-foot necked otter.
Or it was a baby elephant like Loch Ness. But yeah, I've seen some wild stuff before. And I mean, nature never ceases to amaze me. You know, see a mullet in a whole school of mullet. Dude, you ever seen a mullet to where the back half is black, the front half is white, and it's a definitive line down the middle of the body?
No.
I have a video of this in 4K from my GoPro of this school of mullet out of Last Island in shallow water, and you could and he said again, he's like, I've never seen that before in my entire life. But the water, I've said this before, land monsters, I don't fuck with them, they don't fuck with me. Sea monsters, I say no, I don't even want to fuck with that shit. There's no reasoning with any type of sea monster. We're never going to figure out that language. Also, if you look at any accounts of mermaids, they all have the same fucking purpose. It's to lure us in with their beauty and then eat us. We don't even get to fuck them. We don't get to do none of that shit. They just drag us down to the bottom and have a meal.
Hey, back to space. You think, okay, you've heard people say this before. We know more about space than we know about the ocean. Mm-hmm. Can that really be true?
The reason why it's true is because where there are depths that even rovers can't go, there's just so much territory about it on our own planet that we don't even know because we can't get there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's that much more space, though.
But space is, it's infinite.
If you listen to one of our earlier shows, way back in the gap, Halen was still here. We had a whole argument of what is in the center of the Earth because you can't tell me. Right, we were taught that there's a magma core and this thing is spinning,
the crust, the mantle,
and it makes all this shit flow, and that's what's making the gravitational pull. We're also told that the sun is gonna smother out one day and come to a dwarf state and all this shit, and then we found out that it's actually growing and it's pushing us further away from it. So everything they taught us, based on scientific theory, is not a fact.
Can there really be something in the center of the Earth if it's flat? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's the crunchy, the nougat.
It's like an Oreo.
It'd be really crazy if a big space owl just comes take a bite out of the Earth and finds out. That's how you get to the center of this motherfucker.
It's like I'm gonna lick this so I get to the middle. Well, yeah, I mean, like, shit, dude. And the moon, too. I mean, there's, like, new recent discoveries about the moon that it's not supposed to be there. And the reason behind it's, like, alien in the first place of what's actually going on with the moon and how it's in orbit with Earth, and as big as it is, shouldn't be possible with, you know, things like humans themselves can't exist with the conditions if the moon wasn't there, and how that's not even supposed to be there, so it was put there type thing, and you never see the dark side
because no other planet's moons
they're
create
never
a tide.
Yeah, they're also not that big either compared to the planet. And the way it orbits is that it's always showing us its face. It's never showing the back side of the moon. There's always the dark side of the moon that we never get to see. And there's so much speculation about like what's on that other side that we never see. Or the density of the moon itself is much, much lighter than anything that's that size, as far as like planetary values. But like, it's like if something hits the moon, it just bounces off.
But we'll never know now, because they just banned fracking, so we'll never know what's under the crust of the moon. We could have fracked into that bitch, but it's banned.
You'd hit a metal door
And be like, boom.
It's like, no one's home.
From what Haim Eshmed said, is that it's the base is not on the moon, that the base is on Mars. And that we know for a fact that the alien race is standing there. Also, he also divulged that Swedish people, all aliens. That's why Swedish chicks are so hot and they all look alike. They're prototypes of each other. Same thing with the guys. They're all like 7 feet tall, blue eyes, blonde hair, structured. They all look the same.
The Aryan race.
Yeah.
Looks all sweet, I am.
Yeah. They eating that unicorn meat.
Checks out my 6 packs. But yeah, man, it's fucked, dude. And did you recently see about that crack they found on Mars?
No.
There's like a giant crater that they recently found through one of the rovers that's on there. And they can't determine how deep it is, where it goes, and a lot of shit that comes along with that.
It's so good I don't work for Elon Musk or NASA, because I'd be like, oh shit, look at this huge crack, and I'm the guy driving the rover, and they're like, we don't know how deep it is. I'm like, we about to fucking find out.
It's just instantly goes to black and static. But they're calling it the Mars's asshole.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, sounds right.
That's gonna be a new movie.
The Mars's asshole. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Because I'll tell you what's inside that. It's the creamy center of a Tootsie Pop. That space owl's coming, I promise.
It's that whole magma core that's there.
Magma core?
Yeah, magma core.
Dude,
That's not a genre, like a subgenre.
I think it is.
I'm about it.
I
Sounds
actually
cool.
found out today
Magmore
that.
and
Do y'all know about this this anime that where they cook and then it's a cooking competition and then they're naked?
what?
It's an anime show called like Cookie Nookie or some shit like that. I don't remember, but yeah, he actually it's like a Food Network cooking show of anime. But when they go to get judged, they all of a sudden just like don't have any clothes on, and that's what they get judged on.
I'd check it out. It's kind of cool.
It's on what's it called? Cucumber Flix? I don't know.
Cucumber Flakes, your new streaming
Crunchyroll. That's what it's called. Crunchyroll. That's a platform.
Close, man.
Cucumber Clit Crunchyroll.
Nice try. Still, you know, it's magma core about it though.
Magma
How
core?
do you feel about being cisgendered?
What?
Well, I just found out a couple days ago that we're actually cisgendered white males. I didn't know that was actually a thing. I also didn't realize it was a derogatory term.
Who told you that?
A friend. A friend who has common knowledge of such things.
A non-binary friend.
A non-binary friend.
Was this friend mad at you?
No. So
It sounded like you got attacked.
he was trying. I don't get attacked.
Oh.
There's nothing that attacks me, bro.
A non-binary friend. He.
My non-binary he friend. Oh, so I didn't realize that was a thing, so I just asked what it was. And he said, well, it means that you identify with your birth gender. And I said, well, then why online is it such a derogatory thing? And he said, well, that's them, not me. And I said, well, your fucking community yells louder than you, motherfucker. I said, because every time I hear cisgender, it's always against middle-aged white males that identify with their birth gender. So if you ever get called that, just know it's fighting words. If they're ready.
Okay.
I found out about this shit too, so I asked Randy. I was like, "Did you know about this?" She's like, "Yeah, that's been around for a very long time."
What?
It just became a derogatory.
She didn't think to tell us this? Like, just help us out?
It's like, interesting fact of the day, bitch. Come on, man. Give me what I fucking need to survive.
Yeah, we're in this together.
I rely
Shit.
on that.
God damn.
She's so full of interesting, dumb facts.
But, they want to talk about science. They talk about all these other things. Well, there's this other thing now because it's LGBTQA+. And the A I'm not talking about the grade you get on your test for getting all these other things right.
Damn.
So the A stands for asexual, which means that they don't need sex and they don't want sex. They can be in a relationship but never have physical contact. In science, that's not what that means. And I asked him about this also because in science, if we go back to our history and science lessons of Jurassic Park, nature finds a way. There are asexual reptiles that will change their sex as if there's an overpopulation of male or female, depending on which way it needs to go, right? In order to procreate. Changing your sex and not wanting sex is two totally different things.
It depends on who you ask, I guess.
Don't you think if you're asexual and you're transsexual, it's the same thing? You're just changing your sex for the need?
I've changed my sex.
All I know is this, man. Like, all I know is this. They make it way too hard to keep up with. Like, dude.
Yeah, it's like, do you expect me to keep up with your terminology? Because if you do, that means you want me to fuck with you. That's what you're asking for. Yeah. So wouldn't you rather me just do my thing and let you do your thing and not fuck with each other?
Doesn't work that way.
I have to acknowledge it.
You don't only have to acknowledge it. You have to accept it. You have to love it. But I don't have to reciprocate.
I don't understand though.
Neither do I, man.
I understand the fact that you have to get respect where it's deserved. I get that.
But respect is human to human, not a gender thing, right? If you're going to have transgender males that are competing in women's sports, to me, women should feel like now they shouldn't have to get better at that sport to keep up with that male or transgender female, however you want to call it. They shouldn't have to get better. He should have to dumb himself down and become worse.
Or they should just have their own sports.
I was about to say that. There should be a transgender sports league.
And I saw this transgender dude online the other day. Well, it's a dude that's transgendering. I don't know the terminology, so I'm just going to say it the way I want. A dude transgendering to a girl. And he said, and somebody commented and said,
it's morphin' time.
Mighty Morphin' Tranny Rangers. Tyranno Clit Rocket. But he said, somebody commented it and said, why is it, so which bathroom would you use? Well, I use the female bathrooms because it makes me feel safe. I commented back, trust me, bitch, you safe. There ain't nobody, we could take one look at you and know, okay, that jawline alone, there's nobody mistaking you for a fucking dude.
Just do like everyone else and piss in the pool. I mean, fuck a bathroom.
I'd be a coon ass and do like I say, piss in my yard.
Whip that big old clit out.
It's in the yard. But yeah, it's a super. The world's not getting any less weird. No. It's not. And now that I feel good that a lot of our tax dollars have gone to transgender studies in Iraq. I feel like
You feel good about that?
I do. I feel like they need that. And I feel like it's wanted there. I feel like where they used to behead people that were transgenders and homosexuals, they're not doing that anymore. I feel like that's all going to change because they're more progressive. I like a more progressive ISIS. Okay.
Dude, that's fine, but like, don't trick me into hating you. Basically, like, I'm not trying to. I just don't like. I don't know the right words to use, man.
Don't put me down because I don't know.
Yeah, well, you tricking me, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're lying.
Like, you keep changing the terminology, and there's a new word or a new group, and then, now what I was saying last week is no longer relevant.
Confusion is the key.
And it's my fault? No, bro.
But you should know. You should know.
Oh.
Anyway.
I don't know anything.
I don't know. It's all alien to me.
Dude, I've been trying to come here for like months now, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I'm finally here.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
It like since what was it, the art walk really that we
Yeah, well, I was supposed to come with T-Dave.
Even before too.
Every time he's like, I can't go. And I could come. I'm like, going out you, buddy. Later.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck T-Dave.
Fuck T-Dave and his photography.
No, T-Dave, if you're listening.
We love you.
Don't listen to them.
He likes this. Look, listen.
We wrote a song in spite of you. I mean... Inspired by you, yeah.
No, we love you, T-Dave. Keep doing some cool stuff.
See you soon, my man. Mm-hmm. Fucking right.
Well, we're going to have T-Dave and Andre on...
Yep.
On the same show.
We got a lot of good guests coming up too, man. We got
those are also my good friends. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, we didn't even tie in everyone yet.
Yeah. It's crazy because we've talked about it before, how a lot of talent on the bayou. Both bayous. Bayou Terrebonne too, I'll give them a little cred. Bayou Lafitte, they got one or two little chicken pickers out there that do pretty good. But a lot of talent on the bayou, and it's to see where everybody's going with their talents and break out into different things. It's inspiring shit. I like the fact that a lot of people are inspiring each other. When we were younger, it was more like competition of who was going to, rise to the top first. And now we all realize that we're getting older. It's like, man, half our lives are over, and let's rise together because...
It's fucking dumb to do it on your own.
Yeah, it's way easier.
Dude, it's so much cooler.
Y'all been to the new Twist yet?
Didn't get to go yet.
Lockport?
I've been like 5 times.
I need to go.
I know it's fucking awesome.
I need to go.
Dude, I hit up Anthony and I was like, man, when are you going to have a chance to sit down with us when we go? Because we want to kind of do a little interview.
Hooked up, bro.
2 more months.
Yeah.
At least.
No, I've gone in 4 or 5 times since they opened, and he's
busting ass.
Barely has time to say hello. So but they're doing good.
That's
man.
good.
It's been really busy for them, and it's.
I love that fucking place.
They've been having a lot of business roll through there, so that looks, it looks very promising, which I fully expected, man.
Yeah,
and it's a nice place, man.
Absolutely. What else does Lockport have that you could go?
Blackies.
Right.
Blackies, yeah.
So
Blackies is kind of dead now.
A new restaurant
with a drive-through,
and it's fucking phenomenal. With a drive-through.
When I went down to Grand Isle last weekend, we went camping. I got me some fried oysters at one of the local establishments down there that's been there for a while. I'm not gonna name their names because I'm about to say something derogatory. But I really wish I'd have drove up the bayou and went to a Twist and got my oysters because they were good. They were okay. It wasn't a Twist. And now that I've eaten oysters at the Twist and roast beef there, my standards for that is super high. Like, you better have your shit on point because I will say something about it.
If you're going to call
I'll let them know, too. I said, I want to let you know. Because the girl said, how is everything? I said, it's not as good as the Twist. I ain't lying. My wife was kind of horny about that.
She didn't like
We're going to go over a few coon-ass words real quick. Haunt is one. That means
embarrassed.
you're embarrassed. Earlier, you heard me say tranas. That's a little man-made cut through the marsh, kind of like a little ditch, but God didn't do it. That was some dude out there, you know, with a marsh buggy doing that kind of shit. So that's your coon-ass words of the day.
Haunting dreadnought.
You know what's my favorite? Téton.
Oh, yeah, téton and floton.
Console.
Pabon.
Speaking of Pabon, that's another guest we're about to have on too. Nong Nu and the Wild Matus are coming on.
Oh, dude, I saw Tim last weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, I played Pedro with him. Matter of fact,
Where at?
I love them cats.
at some friends' house, Justin and Amy. But hey, for real, man takes Pedro serious.
Oh shit.
Yes, yeah. Right, he was all like, "Oh, that dude gets fired up, and is a good Pedro player for sure." So shout out Tim.
That's the best kind of Pedros when it's like fucking serious.
You know, it gets intense. I was like, I almost like he actually apologized to me. He's like, "Hey man, I'm just kidding." I'm like, "No, you're not." But I think you feel bad. But yeah, dude, it's you got to be careful, bro. This is what happened. My partner had a deck, and I reminded him. I was like, "Hey, bro, don't forget, you got the deck." Oh, all of a sudden, that's table talk.
Go.
Yeah.
That much?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, and I was like, oh. But, bro, anytime you want to play Pedro, I'm down. Tim, he's a man.
And for you listeners that don't know, Pedro is a very, very old card game. I cannot remember a time where my grandparents, my great-grandparents, I can't remember a time in life where they want to sitting around the table playing Pedro, drinking beer on a Saturday night, going to the Trojan in Lockport, playing Pedro tournaments, winning pots out there. You go to the Trojan, you could get you a milk jug at home and fill it up with orange juice or pineapple juice and vodka, put it in the freezer, and bring your own jug of orange juice or vodka and go play Pedro at the Trojan.
Now they got Bex too on Monday.
Bex too, yeah.
They've been doing that for decades.
And Bex and Matthews, people don't believe this. I don't know if they're still doing it, but if they're still doing steak night on Monday,
I think so.
I know pre-COVID they were.
it's amazing, bro.
It is good.
For being a bar, their steaks are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
Every Monday. Like clockwork.
Get out there and do it.
Decades.
But yeah, Pedro's an awesome game. People take Pedro seriously because it is such a game. It's a game of high strategy.
Now, is Pedro native to our area?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Like, where's that come from?
I don't think anything's native to our area because everything came here.
That makes sense.
We're not even native to our area. We just came here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if Pedro was
But it might have been something that some old coon-ass people made up at some point. You know, we have to look into that. I'm going to ask Kyle Crosby. He would know.
Yeah, he would.
He would fucking know.
So,
And if you don't know, he knows the people to ask.
what's the closest game to relate to
Hearts.
Hearts?
Hearts or spades, or if you play in like non-card rummy.
Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of different aspects of other games in this one.
It's
game.
a melt. It's just like a gumbo of cards.
That makes
That's
sense.
kind of what it is.
It's such a good game, though.
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's very competitive. You can get really shit faced playing too.
I think it's because you have a partner that
It's
makes
another
it that
good
much better.
Yeah, another good drinking game for sure. Thank you for listening to the Dank Swamp Rebellion. Tune in Wednesday for part 3 with Tony Malcombe of Electric Sheep Audio. And don't forget to check us out on social media and at dsrtalks.com.